Good, yeah, thank you. What's your name? James. Good to meet you, James. Thank you, wife.
It's cool to see you in real person.
Yeah, good to see you too.
You're not just a screen.
No, I'm not.
So, my question is, I have quite an ambitious vision for my future, and I've known about positive affirmations from you for a few years now, and I recently read The Science of Getting Rich, which kind of grounded me a little bit and taught me a bit more about positive affirmations. My question is, how do I know? I feel like when I say these things to myself, I have a conditioning from when I was younger that perhaps I won't get rich because of the way, like the class system and these kind of things. I disagree with that personally. However, how can I get out of my head when I try to say that I will get rich, I will create wealth and possessions, that and not kind of feel how can I believe it when I say that I will become these things?
Mm-hmm. You don't need to believe it. You just gotta feel it. And so before, remember I mentioned that the head, the mind is masculine and the heart is feminine. The feminine is a receiver. And as a receiver, it is more easily manipulated. Feelings are very easily manipulated. I changed the lighting in here, I changed the music in here. You don't know why, but all of a sudden you're feeling different, right? Easily manipulated. That's why we got to be careful with feelings, So what we're wanting to do is not necessarily believe our own bullshit, because you're bullshitting yourself. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have $7 million. No, you don't. What are you talking about? But you're gonna have an automatic feeling about it. So rather than entangling with the thought, go to what I'm feeling about this right now. And if you feel wrong, you feel anxious, you feel a non-resourceful emotion, you know that you're bullshitting yourself, right? But if you can go to a good feeling place even before you set the affirmation, meaning turn on some good music that makes you feel good about yourself. Turn on, or remember, one of the things I teach people is mental movies. Think back at a time. This is the best way to do it. I learned this from John Osheroff in his program, which he was the one that told me about The Science of Getting Rich. His program was called The Cloning of Success, but he has got a different one now. I think it's called Not Brain Gym or something like that. But what you do is you go to a time when you really did do something awesome, so like for me, it was like when I was playing football. This is when I was like affirming something in my life many years ago. I thought about when I was playing football, and there was this one 100-yard touchdown that I had where I broke like 7 tackles, and then at the end there was a guy just trying to grab on, and I got into the end zone. I felt amazing. I mean, I got up and I was like on top of the world. And because it was a real experience, I knew I wasn't bullshitting myself. I could play that movie in my head, and this is where it takes practice. I could conjure up the feeling associated with it. Feelings can be created by movement and breathing. That's what all feeling is movement and breathing. How are you breathing and how are you moving? Now, it's internal moving, it's organ moving, it's, feelings are happening throughout our body. That's why it's called feelings. It's physical. So with the mental movie process, I'd bring up the remembrance, but it's got to be anchored in feeling. Remember, nothing gets birthed into the world unless it passes through the feminine. So you've got to practice feeling good. When you can get that good feeling in, like, there's so many different ways. That's what bioenergetics is about. It's about feeling good. Turn on music and make yourself feel good. Change the lighting, make yourself feel good. Watch something that makes you feel good. It's just about you got to feel good.
And you're saying when you feel good, that's when your kind of true essence will come out.
That's when you plant the seed.
Yeah.
Right? And so, feeling is feminine, so women. And I mean, it relates. We're masculine and feminine, and we've got these traits as men and women. You're not going to plant a seed if she's not feeling you. You ain't getting in. So you got to almost seduce yourself in a way, like make yourself, like warm yourself up, make yourself open to receive the seed you're about to plant. So that's the second part. You got to get into the feeling, the receptive feeling, and then you can say, I'm so happy. You're already feeling happy, and then you can go, I'm so happy and grateful now that I make $10,000 a month, or whatever it is, your goal is. I'm so happy and grateful. So now it's not just a concept that you've got to contemplate. Well, I don't make $10 million a month, or whatever it is. I don't make $1 million a month. And that's impossible. And how am I going to do? And then you start doing this. How am I actually going to do that? And so all the reasons why come into your head. It's illogical completely. Feeling is illogical. So you don't need any logic whatsoever. You just need the good feeling and the seed to plant it in as soon as you got that good feeling. If you can't build up the good feeling, it's like trying to, it ain't going in. You got to open up. Is that helpful?
Very helpful.
Yeah, trick yourself. Just like you do, anybody play sports, you pump yourself up. Some of you guys are in sales, you pump yourself up. You look in the mirror and you pound your chest or you say something, but it's about the feeling. Yeah, there you go.
And you just be as ambitious as you feel, essentially, when you're thinking about doing these positive affirmations. It's like, especially when it comes to money, you just go for it and say a large amount of money. Make yourself feel that, essentially. Yeah,
if that's really what you want. I remember the guy that actually introduced me to John Ashraf, who taught me this technique, said to me, because he was a master, this old guy that I met at an event that I did back when I was 25 or 26. And when he gave me the advice, he gave me one warning. And his only warning was, Elliott, use this, but be careful not to dream too small.
Okay.
And you know what I did? Yeah. I thought I was dreaming big. At the time, it was $10,000 a month for me, and I was like, man, my life would change tremendously. Now, $10,000 can't even pay my bills.
Yeah.
So I dreamt too small. But the thing is, that's when I found that it worked, because within weeks, I was making $10,000. I made my first $10,000 a month. I was like, wow, this is great. I wish I would have said $100,000. But I guess, we've got that cognitive dissonance. So, for it to be realistic, so there's not too much resistance,
okay.
To $1 million a month is possible. For me now, I can say that, and it's more possible in my mind than it was 10 years ago. But 10 years ago, I said $1 million a month. I don't think I can make myself pumped up enough to receive that. Yeah, so I guess it comes in, increments.
Yeah,
good. Good. You got it. Yeah, I wish I had the quote with me. I'm going to peek, see if I have it saved in my favorites, and I'll read it to you guys. But it really nailed it for me with regard to affirmations. I'll peek real quick. If it's not here, then I'm not going to. And I just didn't update, so I don't know how anything's working here. What do I slide this way now? They force you to do updates. I would never do updates if they never forced me to. Oh, I have pictures from the book, but no, that's not the page that I want. Those are affirmations. Maybe one. Where are my favorites? I can't find my favorite. Oh, there it is. It's a really great quote, so if I find it, I'll read it. Otherwise, I might not bother.
What was the book?
It's I Am Affirmations by Peter Mount Shasta, and he's the one that described it this way with the masculine and feminine, and it makes so much sense. We are both. So in order to manifest anything in the world, your positive and the negative have to come together. Okay.